And good afternoon. We're back for one more show of Neighborhood News. It's Tuesday, 7 o'clock at night, Channel 95. We're back for one more show of the Neighborhood News. If you are watching this show and it's not a Tuesday night, it's because you're watching a repeat show, please come back next Tuesday and we will have a new show for you. For our Portuguese community out there, sejam bem-vindos para mais programa de notícias da sua vizinhança. E quero informar que nós temos programa em língua portuguesa chamado Amigos e é transmitido, o novo programa é transmitido às quartas-feiras às 8 horas da noite. Portanto, nós temos este programa em americano às terças às 7 e às quartas às 8 horas da noite é o programa Amigos, que sempre temos amigos que falem a nossa língua portuguesa como convidados. And we're back for one more show of the Neighborhood News. I would like to remind you that we have a Portuguese show that it's broadcast, a new show. It's broadcast every Wednesday at 8 o'clock at night here on this channel 95. Today we don't have guests, but we have Bernadette here, my co-host, and we're going to go over. We've been having a lot of guests,
I know, that's a good thing.
Ahead, and
yep,
the fact that I don't have a guest today is because at the last minute my guest had to cancel, and I didn't have a chance to replace nobody else. But for the next, I will say the next 3 weeks, we already have guests booked.
Perfect.
Already for the next 3 shows. We're gonna pretty much talk about everything and anything. You went to Fado Travassos.
I did.
Your experience.
Let me tell you, it's fun. I am overwhelmed with the amount of children down there. It's nice to see life in that park. The kids were having a blast. All you heard was screaming and parents just, don't try not to run, don't hurt yourself. The kids were having a blast, and when you build a park, that's exactly what should be, is the kids staying out of trouble, giving them something to do, giving a parent peace of mind at a safe park that, they don't have to worry about, their children getting hurt on something or tripping on something or whatnot.
Or running on the streets.
Or running on the streets, exactly. So, I mean, you have both, you have all worlds down there. So let me give you an example. So I have, of course, 3 children. My oldest being 13, 10, and then of course I got my 2-year-old. So my 10 and 13-year-old brought their sticks because obviously the deck hockey.
Yeah.
They played deck hockey while I was playing with my 2-year-old on the gym. It was a little too cold that day to do the splash park, but they're close to each other. So my boys and my daughter had the best time. I mean, you had one. It wasn't so boring for the other ones. And it wasn't boring for them at all, to be honest with you, because they came over to play on the other side too. And they were climbing all those things. So everybody's got fun down there. I enjoyed watching, you had some grandparents down there watching their grandchildren. There was lunches in the park. They would sit on the little benches. They brought a blanket on the grass. It was just nice to really see. My kids had a blast. Yeah. They had a blast.
And yesterday, we do, if you don't know, we do our Flint Hour show on the American station here, WSAR. And my guest yesterday's show, and you can log it online now, and you can probably download it into your computer and watch it and hear it, because they have a camera on the studio. The first caller we had was Amy, direct from Travassos Park.
Oh, that's so funny.
And she said she was having a blast there.
Yeah,
the kid
it's great to watch.
Really was having a lot of fun, making a lot of friends, and that's the intent of the park. And to tell you the truth, you're probably not going to believe that I never went there since the splash park was turned on. I've been way too busy. It's running from one meeting to another. We are embarking in big projects and huge projects again on our neighborhood. I'm having calls from big companies that want to come in, that want to help us. And I'm trying to, the last thing we want as an organization is turn these people around.
Of course.
We need to work with the city to try to utilize what these people are offering.
Absolutely.
And when we have a company as far as Boston coming in to help us, you know, it's how far our organization already went.
Yes.
You know, that's how much we already grow.
Right.
Because at the beginning, I remember we were struggling to raise $200 to pay for hot dogs.
Right.
Today, we go into fundraisers like the carnival that raises $4,000 in 4 days. You know, and so this kind of help us, but put us into a lot of pressure too.
Oh yeah, of course.
And
of course.
especially
keep up with it.
Especially that we don't want to turn, we don't want to say, nobody, no, I don't need your help.
Exactly. Yeah, no, we can't. We can't turn anybody away. The help definitely is overwhelming. I mean, this weekend we have Pleasant Island, our Flint block party, and I mean, thank God for Phoenix Marketing.
Yes.
He came in and he said, you know what?
Yes.
I want to help you guys out. I want to do it all. And you know what? You got to be grateful for people like that because it is a tremendous burden on an organization, a nonprofit organization, who tries to do fundraisers, Mozambique dinner, Christmas shows, sell banners. I mean, the little fundraisers that we do to add up. I mean, we bought a building. We still need to remove asbestos. There's things to be done. So yeah, we're grateful for people like that, absolutely. Bruno, our marketing director in the neighborhood, another one. He's got so many clients that are always willing to help the Flint. So yeah, definitely overwhelming. One thing I do want to let everybody know out there though about Travassos is just 2 safety things. The splash park, I would recommend maybe wearing some water shoes down there. You don't want to slip and fall. You don't want to get hurt. It can be slippery. I mean, it doesn't look slippery, but you never know. Water on anything is really slippery. So just be careful. Wear some water shoes. In the parking, if we could not use the Espiritu Santo Church, if we could maybe use the abandoned factory, I don't think anybody's going to make a big deal about the abandoned factory. Travassos Park does have parking. It's limited, but we do have more parking close to it at the abandoned building.
On the mill. It's plenty of parking on the mill.
Yep.
And the issue that we're running now is the not on weekends. It's more not on weekdays. It's more
It's more on the weekends. There is mass. Mass starts at 4 o'clock on Saturdays and obviously Sunday mornings. So we don't want to disturb obviously the parishioners of that church. That's not what we're looking to do when we built a park down there. We're not looking, to get, obviously they are our neighbors, they're our part of the Flint. We're not looking to get them upset. So if we can maybe just park at the abandoned building or in the Travassos Park lot, like I said, it's limited, but the mill has more parking. So if we can maybe eliminate parking at the Travassos Park, and then just don't forget your water shoes.
Yeah, because one thing, it's natural that's going to happen. It doesn't matter how loud you're going to scream and how many times you're going to say, don't run.
Right.
That's normal for the kid to run.
Through water, too.
Exactly, especially through water.
Yes.
So, but we can prevent kids from slipping and falling and stuff like that when if they have their water shoes.
Right, a little bit of a grip. Because like I said, water on anything is slippery. But just, be careful. Obviously, be cautious. I understand kids want to have fun. They're not thinking about they're going to get hurt. But just as a parent, just make sure that they're going to be okay.
Yeah, and so Father Travassos, I'm glad that we are just now waiting. It's just time to open the other half that's going to provide us with the soccer field. But that probably is not going to happen this year because the city wants to make sure that the grass is nice and thick before they open it.
Right.
One thing that that I was really advised was that the soccer field only going to be used for games.
Right, not practice.
Not practice.
Yeah, I would try and limit it to. It is grass. Let's not forget that. You're going to keep running on the same area of the grass. You're going to wear out that grass.
Exactly.
So yeah, and then there goes the beauty of a grass field soccer. So yeah, I would agree.
One thing that we have to say is that this field is better equipped than the other soccer field that we had there. The other soccer field, we didn't have water.
Right.
Was a huge problem
when it was very dry.
Exactly, it was always very dry.
Yeah, it was more dirt than grass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this soccer field has new lighting, has sprinkler systems, which is going to keep after the games. They turn the water on, and the grass will grow back again.
Yep.
So we have to realize it's that it's better equipped.
Oh, absolutely.
This one.
Absolutely.
But still, we gonna, keep it as green as long as possible. And so that's Father Travaso's, and we have plenty more parks on our neighborhoods. Our neighborhood has, I believe, 5 parks. We had 5 parks until we adopted the other 34 streets that we adopted last year, and the mayor just announced it early this year.
Yep.
The adoption. With that came we add one more park, and that is the Peanut Park.
Right, the Damaris, AKA Peanuts Park. Yeah.
Get that straight, because
Yes.
For some reason I was calling the Mont Park.
You're calling it Dumont, but rightly so, because Dumont is right behind it. But yeah, that one actually has its own park. But one more thing I want to say about Travaso's is, and I get a lot of Facebook messages, texts, Facebook posts, the deck hockey. We are going to start a league down there. The Flint organization, the Flint Neighborhood Group, does want to start a league. As an organization, we are going to be coming together. I think we are going to, we're going to come up with a league name. We're going to make it affordable for everyone to play down there. We would like to have night games. We just got to get better lighting down there. I think it's going to bring a lot of life down there, other than just the splash park and in the gym area. Having leagues down there, having parents come to watch their kids play, and at the same time can watch their other child play at the whole Jamboree Park. I think it gives a parent peace of mind that she can watch her 2 kids. So that's the other thing. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be posting that on the Flint Neighborhood page on when we're going to have registrations and when we're going to start that whole league up. I am waiting for our marketing director, Bruno. Get on it. Our logo. We need it.
No, we have, and I didn't brought you down to the radio yet. I think you are one of the few people that then came up, and from the first show we started the show, I believe, with Faith and the food pantry that we have going on every day at the school yards. Then we brought in Eric to talk about Mass in Motion and all the involvement that he has with the bike pad and the parks and the jobs that he's been providing to the seniors, projects from Mass in Motion.
Right.
Then we brought Amy with our youth group, and Joshua from the youth group. And finally, yesterday I had a few other guests on the meantime. And yesterday I brought our VP Joe Cavallo and to talk about something that he's been involved for many years. That's the LNG. Talking about LNG, I want to announce that the Somerset are having a town hall a meeting on the 28th at 7 o'clock at night. So this is not an issue just for Somerset.
Absolutely
It's definitely an issue for Fall River.
Absolutely.
But the meeting is going to happen at the town hall in Somerset on Connie Street. So here is the announcement, please. If you have a chance, Thursday the 28th, it's the day after our regular meeting, monthly meeting. Just show up at this meeting. So he came in and he talked about LNG. That's something that the group, I guess, was kind of asleep.
Right.
But now with the new developments going on with LNG, the group kind of starting to wake up again.
Wow. So what are they trying to come back in? Is that what's happening?
And in Somerset, I think, lining. Yeah, they want to put an underground or something like that.
Yeah.
But and that to say that that's the group that really make us going.
Oh, yeah.
We have an excellent board. Everybody is doing what they need to do.
Right.
Everybody's doing their parts, and that is making my life a lot easier.
Oh, of course.
I bring the things into the table. We split work, and the things happen. So, and I always give kudos to everybody on the board of this team. And out of this board, we still have, and we keep adding people. We have directors, and we have Bruno. That's when Bruno came in as marketing director. Bruno has a lot of contacts, a lot of big companies that are, through him, getting to know the association.
Right.
And the events the association is doing, and what we're doing in our neighborhood, and all of that. And all this, it's been kind of just pumping, you know, our organization, and
it pumps us up.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
you know, and make sure you can do this, and you can do more this, and you can do that too, and that keeps us going, and that's exactly what we're going through now with a lot of other projects that we are working. But I want to, I still don't know on the political side, how's your feelings with the national election?
I don't know. I don't like her and I don't like him. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one. Do I think Trump is going to win? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of hate for Hillary. I don't know. Do I want Trump to win? No. Because he's just, I'm afraid of what he's going to make of America.
Yes. I'm
afraid of what he's going to make of America. But in the same sense, he kind of is what America needs to wake up. His attitude, anyway. A lot of what he says is, nonsense. But his attitude on attacking things is what I mean. So, in getting the job done. I find her very laid back. Plus, she was already in that White House. I loved her husband. I think Bill Clinton was a great president. I didn't hear much of her behind him.
Do you think that Hillary getting in there, that somehow Bill's not going to be behind?
No, I think he will. I think he'll be helping her.
Yeah, I think so. And
yeah, I think he'll be helping her.
And out of the two that I agreed with you, that I don't know which one I want to be there, one thing for sure I know is that putting her in there, I'm convinced that behind the curtain, Bill's going to be speaking to her.
I think he will support her. Yes, absolutely.
That he's going to be there. Yeah. He's going to be part of decisions.
Yes.
He's going to lead in her in different directions. That probably something that he was trying to accomplish that was
that he didn't
unfinished.
get to. Yes.
That was unfinished.
Yes.
people that they're going to contact, people they're going to speak,
Right.
people they're going to meet. I think they're going to pick up what was left
Yeah.
through his through his
I
days.
I believe he's
so
going to stick by your side.
between the two, having somebody like Bill that I know that I can put it back, even if it's on the background, I think gives me something kind of
to go by.
to relax
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, because the only thing that's killing her is emails. And I know how the emails was not supposed to be sent, but that's the thing. It's emails.
Right.
And thank God that nobody got killed because of those emails. So it was not really any effects.
Right. I guess the issue
she
with
lied
the
and-
emails
we
is the
all
trust.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's the
the
whole
trust.
trust behind the emails, I guess.
But you learn. If
yeah.
it's today, I'm pretty sure that she would not do it again.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure she
You
learned.
know,
I'm sure she
so
learned a lesson.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
the thing. Now, when we compare him with Donald Trump, Trump's been hitting the same key,
Right.
and people's been telling don't go there, and he
Yeah,
keeps
he
hitting the
keeps- yeah.
same thing.
Yeah,
you know,
he's pushing it.
yeah.
he-
So I
he's
don't think
pushing
that everything that he accomplished, everything that he did was my way or highway. I'm the boss. I have the money.
Yeah.
You do what I say, or else the door it's over there.
Right.
Somebody else will do the job the way I want it done.
Right.
And
But that's what I say about attitude. Many people like that type of attitude because a lot of people figure that's a strong attitude to have. It's either my way or the highway. I'm not going to wait for your decision. I'm going to do what I need to do. Whether it's right or wrong, this is the way I'm going to do it. So
But
I've been hearing, nope, Donald Trump's the man for the job. Donald Trump's the man for job.
yeah, but then when he gets there and he does his way, people's
They're not
going to
gonna be
complain
happy.
that
Oh,
people's
yeah,
going to
of course.
complain he's not listening to nobody.
Right.
He's doing
Right.
that's exactly what you expect
Right.
for.
Right.
That's exactly what you voted for.
Right.
On the other sides, they can, and we are big in immigration. You know, I came through the
we are.
process.
Yeah.
I know the process. You help many people
people,
to
yeah.
become legal, and many people that you left half of the way on the process to become legal. We know for a fact, you here illegal, you cannot collect.
No.
You cannot get services like insurances
you can't even drive.
and electric
Yeah.
bills and gas bills. So all that, it's baloney. They can say that to a person that was born here.
Yeah.
We went through the process. We know people. We help people.
Yeah, that green card is everything. If you don't
You
have
know,
that green
if
card,
you don't have,
absolutely no life.
forget it.
Yeah, you have
You're not
absolutely
gonna
no
do-
life.
So don't tell me that they're getting our jobs and they're getting the jobs because you don't want to do the job.
Well, they're doing it illegally. That's how that's how they're getting the jobs. They're
Yeah.
not getting paid by a check. They're getting paid obviously under the table. Can you blame that immigrant though? No, because they have to survive. Who I blame is who's paying them under the table because obviously they're not doing it the right way.
But in the meantime, everybody knows that who built his empire was illegals.
immigrants.
Who's
They're immigrants.
And they're illegals.
Yeah, of course.
And they're
if I'm not
illegals.
mistaken, I think wasn't two of his wives immigrants?
So people complain about Hillary, but let's see Donald Trump. Okay, he's the guy that's not paying tax for 10 years. Okay, so I know, and everybody knows that the states and the federals have, the end of the year, billions of dollars that they cannot match with their Social Securities.
Right.
That means that it's people working with Social Securities that belong to somebody else that they cannot prove that's their Social Securities. But guess what? These people are paying tax and they're illegal. And him being illegal, running for president of the country, don't pay their tax. So are you better than an illegal person and you're talking about the illegal person? You know, that's the things that really makes me mad when they talk about immigration and talk about immigrants. And immigration always happened, always going to happen. And it's just one person to blame, and it's just one to blame. I blame the country for not having a process
Yes.
that can put everybody legal and working. Because if you go to Portugal, my sister-in-law is working for 5 years in Germany because she took a contract.
See?
She went to work there.
Yeah, work
Guess what? She's there. They're renovating her contract because she's a good worker, and the country don't want to lose her as a worker.
Of course not.
Okay?
She's an asset.
Exactly. So they are renewing her, and I think she's going to end up. The country's going to end up giving her the papers because she ended the year. She pays her tax. She does everything. She pays out like everybody else.
Yep.
But and if she's a person that gets into a problem, then they know what they are. It's easier to deport one person than deporting 15 million people.
Yep.
So that's when people want to talk about immigration and illegal immigration. I think the only person that really can understand and can talk about is people like us.
Right,
that
who have dealt with them.
Deal with and are here
They're not
because
bad
of the
people.
process.
Yeah, they're not bad people. They just want to obviously give themselves a better life. Their kids a better education.
And most of them, they don't want to stay here forever.
No.
They just want to come here, make some money, pay their homes there, buy a car there, and go back again. So why these people had to do this under the table?
Right.
Let's put them on the process, pay their tax, 5 years it's done. Buddy, you want to go, now you're free to go.
Right.
That's it.
And not only that, it's costing United States money. These people get stopped by a police officer at a stop sign or a red light or whatnot. Okay, so they get arrested because they're driving without a license. Okay, because obviously they see that they've been here over. Okay, they're going to jail. Then you got to bring them to court. Then from court, depending on the judge, gonna either let them go or gonna put them in a training center, so that they can go from training center to training center to training center until they decide to get deported. That's only costing us money.
Exactly.
They didn't.
But
they didn't do a crime.
But the
just
most
driving.
part, Bernadette, the majority part of them, if they don't have a record, okay, they just let them go.
Yes.
You pay $100 across the hall. You pay $100, you're free to go.
Yeah.
Don't drive without a license.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Because we don't have enough prisoners.
No.
To put all these people.
But I will say, when it comes time to legalize them, that little charge can't hurt them in their legalization.
Yeah.
Which, is it fair? No. It's just
it's
just a traffic violation, like we get a speeding ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But unfortunately, it puts a red mark on them because they're already doing things illegal.
And another thing before we go, I can hear the music already, is no system. The way he's saying we can send them all back.
There's no way.
And then they can come back legal. That's not true.
No, it's not.
Because if you don't have a son or dad or a parent in here, you cannot become legal in this country.
Nope. Yep.
Thank you, and see you guys next week.
Enjoy the week.